Before you give up, before you walk away, before you decide that nothing is ever going to change, hear this. You may think God has been silent. You may have prayed the same prayer again and again, only to wake up the next morning and see the same problem waiting for you. And now, somewhere deep inside, you are asking, God, how much longer? But what if the silence does not mean God has left you? What if the chapter you are desperately trying to escape is the very chapter God is using to prepare you for what comes next? Please stay with me for the next few minutes. Because this message may be exactly what your heart needs today. God sees the part of your life that nobody else sees. He sees the smile you put on for everyone. He sees the nights when you lie awake, thinking about money, family, your future, your health, your mistakes, and the things you cannot control. He sees the tears you wipe away before anyone notices. And He knows how tired you are. Maybe you have been strong for too long. Maybe you have reached the point where saying, "I'm okay," feels like a lie. But listen carefully. Your exhaustion is not evidence that your story is over. Sometimes you are not at the end. Sometimes you are simply at the point where you can no longer carry everything by yourself. And that is where faith begins. You may not understand what God is doing right now. And honestly, you may never understand every detail. But you do not need to understand everything to trust Him. Think about how many times you thought something was the end, and later discovered that it was actually a redirection. The door closed. The relationship ended. The opportunity disappeared. The plan failed. And at the time, it hurt. But later, you realized, God was protecting me from something I could not see. So do not judge your entire future by what is happening in one difficult season. A bad chapter is not the whole book. Your delay is not your denial. And your current situation is not your final destination. Maybe you are waiting for one phone call. Maybe you are waiting for a financial breakthrough. Maybe you are praying for healing in your family. Maybe you are asking God for direction because you genuinely do not know what to do next. And perhaps your biggest temptation right now is to quit believing because nothing seems to be happening. But faith is not believing because you can see the answer. Faith is trusting God while you cannot see the answer. So breathe. Slow down. You do not have to figure out your entire life tonight. You only need enough faith for the next step. God is not asking you to carry tomorrow today. Give Him tomorrow. Give Him your fear. Give Him the situation you have been replaying in your mind. And most importantly, give Him the part of your heart that is tired of waiting. And if this message is speaking directly to your heart, take a moment right now. Like this video so this message can reach someone else who may be struggling in silence. And in the comments, simply write, "I will not give up." Not because everything is perfect, but because you are choosing to trust God even before you see the answer. And share this with someone who needs hope today. You never know whose life your one share could touch. Now listen to this carefully. The enemy wants you to believe that because you do not see movement, God is doing nothing. But God can be working behind the scenes while everything around you looks unchanged. A seed looks like nothing is happening underground. But beneath the surface, something is growing. And maybe that is where you are right now. Underground. Hidden. Waiting. Growing. Preparing. So please do not destroy what God is still developing just because you cannot see it yet. Do not make a permanent decision because of a temporary season. Do not let one painful chapter convince you that God has forgotten your name. He has not forgotten you. He has not abandoned you. And He is not finished with you. So tonight, or whenever you hear this, put your worries down for a moment. Take a deep breath. And say, God, I don't understand everything, but I trust you. Maybe you are tired. Maybe you are disappointed. Maybe you have cried more than anyone knows. But you are still here. And that means your story is still being written. Do not give up 5 minutes before the breakthrough. Do not walk away in the middle of the process. You may not see the way forward yet. But God does. And where you see an ending, God may be preparing a beginning. Hold on. Keep praying. Keep believing. Keep walking. Your story is not over.